You're so excited, or I'm so excited. Who's so excited? I'm so excited. Because we're asking a question on the back of course, Ronaldo now officially being unveiled as a United player. 17 years ago, United signed Rooney as well. So we're asking the question, what's the most excited as a football fan you've been for a player coming into your club? And also we'll chuck in the most devastated you've been when a player has left. So Goughy, I'll start with you about what set of fans do you think will be most excited about what type of player coming in? Because I mentioned just before the break, I wondered if Arsenal fans were incredibly excited about the return of Thierry Henry. Obviously, as a United fan, I think my answer has to be Ronaldo. That's the most excited I've ever been about a player, I think, coming back to my club.
What, the first time or the second one? The second one.
Oh, the second one. The first time, you sort of, you'd seen bits and pieces.
Talent,
when he was
saying talent.
But no, nothing like this one.
I think the Ronaldo coming back is very similar to Thierry Henry coming back for that set of fans. But I think for the Premier League as a whole, Ronaldo's bigger, isn't it? Purely because he's still banging in goals in the best leagues, and he's still arguably in the top 3 or 4 players in the world. Thierry Henry had just dropped down, hadn't he, by playing in America, low-key. He's still got huge skill in that. It's interesting when you look through some of the players that were coming in where fans would have got excited. Not me as an individual, but you're talking along the lines of Shearer when he went from Blackburn to Newcastle. That was pretty big. That was pretty big, wasn't it? You look at Mesut OZIL, Real Madrid to Arsenal. I thought that was pretty special at the time. And I think I remember being a little bit excited myself about that one. But if I go all the way back to my kind of era, really being a fan of football, Roy Keane, Forest United was special.
But was it? Listen, when he came to United, I think I'm right in saying there's a British transfer record of about, I've got like 3.75 million. It couldn't have been that cheap. I don't know.
But it was still excitable news, wasn't it?
Everybody saw Roy Keane play at Forest. weren't getting the Roy Keane that left the club, if you know what I mean. It was this.
Oh yeah, but when he was at Forest, he looked the real deal. And everybody thought, wow, he's going to Manchester United. This is big time. This is where it could take off for him. But I get what you're saying as well. I get what you're saying. What about Pogba coming back to United?
Yeah, I was quite excited about that. I think so, yeah. What about, I'll tell you what was a big one. What about Michael Owen going to Newcastle? I bet Newcastle fans were over the moon about that, weren't they?
At the time, yeah. I remember that one. Michael Owen, that was massive one. Huge crowds when he went back there. Didn't last very long, did it? 12 months later. And they wanted him out. 18 months later, perhaps. What about Cantona, Leeds to United? United seem to capture the imagination of these signings. You could go Vieira, AC Milan to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Again, another big one. Bergkamp, Inter Milan to Arsenal.
There's a few.
There's not that many, though, is it? What about Torres? Torres when he went to Liverpool.
Yeah. I don't know if that will be Liverpool's most exciting transfer, though, will it? I mean, there were some like when Van Dijk went there from Southampton, right? That was a big signing, but it wasn't massive. It wasn't the Van Dijk they've got now. It wasn't the best centre half in the world, was it? So it's quite difficult. You're asking football fans to name when a sort of superstar arrived at their club. I wonder if Man City, here's one, will Man City go Robinho? Because the players like Aguero when he come in and David Silva, even like Balotelli or Kompany, they weren't the established great players that they were when they spent time at the club. So I wonder what City fans, their answer will be for the time a player came into the club and they were incredibly excited. Because when Robinho came in, it sort of signified all this new money coming in at the club.
And it was big news, and Svenga and Eriksson going in there as manager. That was a big news. What about Messi? And the way it set the world alight, but the Messi signing to PSG.
Yeah,
that's pretty big if you look at their following, the way that went on.
Yeah, if there's any PSG fans out there, 08717 233 any football fan about a player that came into your club and it was like the most excited you've ever been, a bit like me now with Ronaldo. Let's speak to Lee, a Sheffield United fan. Hi Lee, good afternoon to you.